Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So I am here today with what I believe is part 7 of my disc replay buy 2 get 8 free sale haul, which is amazing. And so, like I said in the previous 6 parts or whatever this is, basically since about November of 2021, which is a long time ago now that it is June of 2022. But since then, my local disc replays have been having a bunch of buy 2, get 8 free sales on their DVDs. Normally they're buy 3, get 3, which is still a really good deal, about $1.65 a piece, $1.67 I think. Well, buy 2 get 8 means they're about 66 cents a piece, which is ridiculously cheap. So I have another stack of 10 here, and as I keep saying, this will likely be about a 10-part series. That's why I'm doing the math. I believe this is part 7 because God knows I didn't check before I started filming. So here we are, winging it. I hope I'm right. But either way, I'm excited to share with you guys some more items that I picked up. I actually have a TV series in here as well, which is always cool to add for so cheap. So if you guys have a second, please hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right into part 7 of my disc replay buy 2, get 8 free haul. I'll start with the lone TV season I was able to find, and this one is American Horror Story Asylum, which is the complete 2nd season of the ever-popular American Horror Story franchise. So, I've not seen any of well, I take that back. I've seen the pilot episode of the 1st season, and I really liked it. I just never went back to it for whatever reason. I never continued the season, and so I do want to do that. I actually own the 1st season on Blu-ray, so I'll watch that, and then I will, dive into season 2 here, which this is DVD, but again, 66, 67 cents. That's crazy cheap for a TV season. So yeah, I was really excited to find this one stuffed away in their standard DVD section as opposed to it being a part of their TV series section, which actually I've been in there since buying this one probably months ago now, and they actually have this season and a few others in their TV series section again, so they're a little bit more expensive now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking these out. I've heard always kind of mixed things. I've heard the first few seasons are really good, and then it kind of, well, it's divisive from there. At least that's what I remember hearing. So yeah, looking forward to checking this out once I get around to it. American Horror Story Asylum, which is the complete 2nd season. Next up is a movie that I don't know why I haven't seen yet. It's one that I definitely should have, being the gigantic football fan that I am, but this is Draft Day with Kevin Costner and Jennifer Garner. So this, of course, is a sports movie. It's a football movie about Draft Day and all of the kind of dealings and goings-on throughout a draft day for whatever team this our Kevin Costner character is a GM for, I'm assuming. Yeah, general manager. So I'm very intrigued to see what this is. My dad was actually talking about this not too long ago, which is what prompted me to pick this up. Obviously, he's a big sports guy as well, and so he was saying that he really enjoyed this one, which I've said it a number of times recently. My dad is not a movie guy at all, so when he recommends a film to me, I'm definitely going to pick it up because it's just super rare. So Draft Day with Kevin Costner, one for my sports collection. Next up is a comedy that I have actually never seen either, which blows my mind. This is supposed to be a great one. This is The Great Outdoors. And of course, you have Dan Aykroyd and John Candy. What an amazing combination. I'm sure this one is hilarious. Now, of course, I've seen parts of this. I've seen scenes from this movie over the years, but I've never sat down and watched it from beginning to end. So now that it is in the collection, I am really looking forward to checking it out. I guess Dan Aykroyd plays the obnoxious brother-in-law, and John Candy and his family are trying to go on this vacation when the brother-in-law shows up and just is obnoxious, and so makes things more difficult. So they're going to get into a bunch of shenanigans, I'm sure. So yeah, like I said, always heard wonderful things about this, directed by Howard Dutch. So hopefully this one will be enjoyable when I get around to it. The Great Outdoors with Dan Aykroyd and John Candy. This next one is actually a Brian De Palma film that was recently released on 4K. There's a 4K steelbook for it and everything. But I decided, I'm just going to grab the DVD. Actually, I picked up the DVD because I heard about the 4K coming out. And it's a movie I've never seen, much like probably most everything in this video today. It just happens to be one of those, but this is The Untouchables. So this, like I said, is a Brian De Palma film, which I did watch a Brian De Palma film and reviewed it here on the channel back in November of last year, for my Neo-Noirvember month, which was a ton of fun, and I absolutely loved that. So really looking forward to checking out The Untouchables. I'll admit, Carrie, he also did Carrie. Not the biggest fan of that one, but I loved the neo-noir film I watched from him. So Untouchables, I'm hoping for good things. It's supposed to be great. It's like a gangster film of some sort. So yeah, and the cast, like Costner, Andy Garcia, Robert De Niro, Sean Connery, an amazing cast. So really looking forward to visiting The Untouchables. This next one is a brand new double feature. You can see it's still sealed, which is awesome to find. This is Airplane and Top Secret. So Airplane, of course, I've seen Airplane, but it has been so long that I don't remember it. And what I do remember was not loving it all that much, but I wanted to give this one another shot, and I realized I didn't have it in my collection. So I figured this would be a great way to revisit this and see if maybe I just missed something the first time through. I may have been too young when I tried to watch it the first time, but Top Secret, though, is another one I've actually not seen Top Secret, but I've seen a bunch of people hauling this movie recently on Blu-ray. I think it started with Ken over at Mid-Level Media. He picked it up on Blu-ray, and then I saw a Movies and Sue episode or video where she picked it up on Blu-ray thanks to Ken talking about it. So a lot of people have been talking about Top Secret recently. Mind you, on Blu-ray, this is the DVD, but still really excited to check this out. It's supposed to be really funny, so hopefully I will, give Airplane a second shot and maybe enjoy it more, and then hopefully I will like Top Secret once I get around to it. They're both, of course, just like over-the-top satires, like ridiculous movies that I'm hoping will be both enjoyable. So Airplane and Top Secret, a brand new double feature for the collection. Speaking of multi-packs, this is a really good one. This is a 4 Film Favorites Late Night Laughs Volume 1. So you have Coneheads, which is one that I have had on my cheap DVDs to find list for a while now, so really happy to add that to the collection. And then there's Wayne's World, The Ladies Man, and Superstar. So the only one I've not seen out of this group is The Ladies Man, but that one looks really funny. I really love our main actor here, whose name is just escaping me right now, but I think he's hilarious. So yeah, very excited to revisit some of these films. I actually do own Wayne's World already on DVD, but I don't own the other 3, so I figured it was definitely worth picking up, and then I can just get rid of my standalone Wayne's World. I would love to upgrade to that. I think there's a Blu-ray double pack with Wayne's World 1 and 2. I would really like to get that one, but in the meantime, I will hold on to this DVD and go from there. So yeah, 4 really strong comedies. Well, 3 of the 4 are at least. Superstar with Molly Shannon. I love that movie. Like, it is so dumb, but it's so great. And I love her from her it's the Saturday Night Live character turned into a feature-length film. Just so great. And of course, Will Ferrell in there as well. So yeah, really looking forward to revisiting 3 of these 4 and watching for the first time The Ladies Man. So the 4 Film Favorites Late Night Laughs Volume 1. So the last 4 are actually all horror movies, and it could definitely be argued that at least 2, probably 3 of the 4 are definitely like at least B-grade horror films, but you guys know I love those. So the first one here is called Haunted Forest, and this one is from when? 2007. So this really reminds me of something like The Forest, where it's a group of people going into like the suicide forest. Now, I don't think that this is necessarily the suicide forest in, I don't remember where, in Japan maybe, but it seems very similar, and maybe it is, I don't know, but basically a couple of friends disappear in this forest, and then a spirit is going to haunt the people that are trying to look for them. So yeah, very intriguing. I just noticed this is totally an old family video disc because it has a green sticker underneath, which you probably can't see, which meant nearly new, and then the purple, or the pink sticker rather, which was their 2-for-1 section. So definitely an old family video, and yep, it was. You can see the sticker there, which I totally forgot about. But yeah, Haunted Forest, definitely one that's probably going to be B or maybe even lower grade, but hopefully I'll enjoy it when I get around to it. This one is definitely a B or Z grade horror film, whatever you want to call it. This is Asylum of the Damned. So the reason I was intrigued is because of the tag, or the whatever you want to call it, the line up there that says from the special effects creators of Jeepers Creepers. So that intrigued me. And yeah, it looks interesting enough. Like, it's going to be something I'll enjoy, I'm sure. So with this one, we are following James Bishop, who is taking this job as a doctor at an asylum, and he thinks it's a dream job until one night he goes goes into this freezer and ends up coming across something called the Harvester. So things are going to pick up from there, and it's going to be really weird. I just can feel it. And again, look at the screenshots. Definitely a low-budget horror film. When is this one really? This is from 2007 as well. Man, I wouldn't have guessed 07 on either of these. I would have pictured like early 2000s, especially on this one. But hey, it is what it is. Asylum of the Damned, apparently from 2007. Okay, so this is definitely B grade as well, but I don't care. Like, this looks like a lot of fun, and probably one of the first of these horror movies I will watch. This is called Grizzly Rage, and what year on this one? 2006, it looks like, on this one. So this just sounds awesome. First off, like, no actors who I recognize, no names that I recognize at all, but basically with this, we have a group of high school students who accidentally hit a bear cub with their car, and then I guess they're like trapped in the forest or for whatever reason, and they come face to face with the mother bear, who is just determined to get revenge for the loss of her baby. Like, that sounds just fantastic. I cannot wait to watch this movie. Like, I'm sure it's going to be absurd, and I'm just so here for it. I love dumb movies like this, so very excited to check out Grizzly Rage from 2006. Last but not least is not a B-grade horror film. This one is actually pretty good. This is a Clive Barker-inspired tale. This is The Midnight Meat Train with Bradley Cooper in this one, and of course Vinnie Jones as well, as advertised there. But this one is a great, not great, I won't say great. This was a good horror movie. I really enjoyed this one when I watched it years and years ago, and I thought I bought this one maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago when I bought Night Train. I was thinking Night Train was Midnight Meat Train, but they are two different movies. But I don't even know if I've watched Night Train yet, but Midnight Meat Train I have seen a number of years ago when it was new. I want to say this is like 09, 08, 2008 is when this one came out. So I think I watched it around there, or 2009, so not too long after it came out. But yeah, so basically our main character, Bradley Cooper, is on the hunt for, like, he's a photographer and he likes the macabre. And so on his hunt to take pictures of the macabre, he ends up running into a serial killer, and things go from there. So like I said, based on the Clive Barker story. It's interesting that it's not Clive Barker's The Midnight Meat Train, because typically that's how they do things. But yeah, I don't know. This was, like I said, a good one that I am definitely excited to revisit and see if I like it maybe even more the second time around. So we'll see. The Midnight Meat Train from 2008 is going to wrap up all the 10 items I grabbed in the buy 2 get 8 free sale recently. All right, so there they are. One TV series and then a bunch of movies in here, which again, like, there's 4 in this 4-volume pack. There's 2 here, so even more than what you would normally get. So, like, the price per movie keeps going down, which is just fantastic. So this was a really fun set of films, but I want to hear from you guys on what you love out of this stack and what maybe I can skip. Let me know what your thoughts are on these films and anything else down in the comments below. I really appreciate all of your support down there, so thank you so much for leaving any and all comments. But with that said, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a like down below. That engagement really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk movies, I talk all things media, be it books, movies, video games, graphic novels, manga. If it's media related, I'm interested in it, and if you are too, you might consider subscribing. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.